Hi, I'm Dr. Carrie Lam.
And this is Dr. Michael Lam.
Today we're going to go through some great ways to help boost cognitive health during menopause. Varying estrogen levels in your body actually affects your brain health. And according to experts, a considerable drop in estrogen levels can lead to cognitive issues. So scientists are still investigating if menopause can actually be a risk factor for developing cognitive problems. And they're trying to figure out the link between hormone levels and cognitive health. So there is a study that suggests that late menopause delayed the decline of verbal memory. And we're going to be talking about some natural methods that can actually help your body deal with hormonal imbalance in menopause and help cognitive health. So Dr. Lam, what are some natural methods to reduce cognitive decline in menopause?
Well, first of all, it's very important for women to understand that no two women is the same. Depends on your constitution, your makeup, your weight, your intrinsic build. Some people go through menopause with great hormonal disruption, while others tend to sail through pretty unscathed. In fact, if you look back about one generation ago, when the demographics is much skinnier, so to say, as compared to nowadays, the incidence of hormonal disruption during menopause is much reduced. We know that hormone disruption is not necessarily a traumatic event because the body has an automatic way to rebalance itself. It's only when this rebalancing mechanism, which largely is controlled by the adrenal system, is being put on a stressful situation that the body's estrogen progesterone becomes really off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so different women have a lot of different types of bodies, but that's why you can hear some people say, oh, I breeze through menopause, while other women are like, they have a really hard time and they have it for years, right?
Yeah. In fact, it's interesting to note that you can have a very common complaint of hot flashes during menopause. And it can happen if you are skinny, which can kind of indirectly reflect a normal or low estrogen load, or you can be on the obese side, and that could reflect a estrogen dominant symptoms. And in other words, the vasomotor instability as reflected in hot flashes can be from either side of the spectrum. So you have to know your body before you can actually help the body to rebalancing. And that's why many times hormone replacements don't work well. They work sometimes, but it's not universal. It really has to be adjusted properly.
So even if you are estrogen deficient or estrogen dominant, there are things that you can do, and nutrition is one of them. So what you eat has a very direct impact on your hormones and your body. And so it's crucial that you eat healthy. Okay, what does healthy mean? You get rid of processed foods, unhealthy fats, refined carbs, and because all of those can increase your estrogen levels, giving rise to more symptoms of menopause. And there are also a lot of health degrading ingredients like chemical additives, trans fat, sugar, genetically modified ingredients that you can find in a lot of processed foods can trigger that inflammation in your body, therefore reducing the level of other hormones that are beneficial to you. So even a high caloric and high fat diet can initiate the endoplasmic reticulum stress and mitochondrial dysfunction in your brain, which can also lead to more insulin resistance.
Yeah, but it's important to emphasize that good fat is important because fat is the foundational building block of estrogen and progesterone. And without that, you're not going to feel good.
So what kind of foods can women with menopause consider having more in?
Well, always start with the good vegetables because they have strong antioxidants. They're very clean. It does have a lot of minerals. Fat should be moderated, depends on the person. Good fat, from fish, that is especially deep sea, not the coastal fish, are very important to have on a regular basis. Okay?
Right. And you were talking about vegetables because high in fiber and protein. You make sure to have fermented foods, probiotics and prebiotics that actually help promote gut health because your hormones also need to get broken down, by your liver. So make sure you have a healthy liver. spices, herbs, and foods rich in vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, which is in the fish, having some magnesium and chromium to increase your body's responsiveness to insulin at the cellular level is also very important.
Yeah, the adrenal glands play an important part in this because the adrenal system, along with the neuroendometabolic stress response, controls over 50 different hormones, and out of which progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, these are all components for it to be self-balanced in order for you to feel good.
So that's the nutrition to help your brain during this menopausal period, but exercise is also very important. Can you tell us a little about how exercise can help slow down cognitive impairment?
Well, regular exercise boosts your hypothalamic insulin sensitivity and brain health. Furthermore, a regular workout encourages the growth of brain nerve cells and strengthen the links together. Now, the problem with a lot of people is the tendency to over-exercise or exercise beyond the body's capability or the reserve level. We see that a lot, unfortunately, in adrenal fatigue, and that results in adrenal crashes. So the proper exercise is not necessarily just aerobics. It's combining aerobics with the restorative, with importantly core training. Like adrenal yoga, Pilates, something with slower motion, but yet train the core is what sustains the body. It's not just the epinephrine-driven exercises that can actually crash the system that we see quite often.
Right. So you want to enhance the blood flow not only to your brain but to your adrenal glands so that they can have effective secretion of the crucial adrenal hormones.
Yeah, so matching the body's exercise each step along the way during the adrenal recovery is very important. Even the right exercise done at the wrong time can have backlashes and lead to relapses and crashes. Okay.
Right. And if you love yoga, yoga is a great thing that has neuroprotective properties that can actually protect your brain's gray matter from degeneration. They actually showed some brain scans of people practicing yoga, and it shows a positive effect on your brain.
But at the same time, yoga, if it's done not properly, for example, if you do back bends, that tend to be a sympathetically stimulatory trigger. So you have to be careful. I think that's the bottom line, especially if you're healthy, fine. Even the hot yoga is problematic for people who are not used to it, especially in advanced adrenal fatigue, where you have regulation of temperature issues. It can be crashy. Huh?
So we talked about the food and the exercise, and managing stress is also very important because that is connected to the neuroendometabolic stress response that you have. And so when you disrupt the neuroendometabolic stress response, that will also disrupt the hormonal circuit. And high cortisol levels from stress can alter the pattern of your brain connectome. And so it affects the ability to process your cognitive function. So whatever way you can try to manage your stress, that's very important also. You can do adrenal breathing exercises to help relieve the stress and the anxiousness and relax your mind, or mindfulness techniques. Those are all very good. Okay, so another way to also help with the menopausal is maintaining a healthy gut flora.
Well, the gut is actually what is considered the second brain, because much of the neurotransmitters, even serotonin, the feel-good hormone, the precursors are actually made in the gut. Then they send to the brain where it's kind of put together, so to say. So the gut-brain axis is critical to be maintained if you're going to have normal, stable mood function.
So what are some gut healthy foods that you can think about eating? Fresh fruits and vegetables, healthy fats like we talked about, legumes, some prebiotic, probiotic rich fermented foods. Your gut will love all of that, and it will support your brain function.
Yeah, one note is that if you do have a systemic candida, then you have to be a little bit more careful with any fermented food, although some people with candida actually like it, okay? But that's not universal. Just be on the safe side, be careful. Mm-hmm.
So we talked about those 4 things, and the 5th one would be to get restorative sleep. How does sleep kind of affect our brain and our circadian rhythms?
Well, the most frequent complaint in adrenal fatigue when the body's under stress is the inability to fall asleep. Also, you can fall asleep, but you tend to wake up in the middle of the night. Both are problematic and they reflect different parts of the neuroendometabolic stress response system that is imbalanced. So, for example, many people they can fall asleep because they're tired. But if you fall asleep because you're tired, that's normal. But if you tend to wake up soon there afterwards, that could be a cortisol-driven event. It could be a neurotransmitter imbalance. It could be a metabolic imbalance reflecting unstable blood sugar. So there are many factors. It's not just about, let's kind of take some sleep aids and force the body to go to sleep. But it's about really understanding what of the circuits, of the sixth circuit is wrong, and try to help the body to rebalance itself for a long-term healing at the root level.
Right. There are extensive studies that show that sleep deprivation will lead to more hormone and blood sugar imbalances. And that will also, lead to inadequate sleep, poor memory, anxiousness, lower mood, like having difficulty concentrating, weight gain, and decreased immunity. So getting a restorative sleep is very, very important to memory and cognitive function. Okay. And one of the last things that you need to do to improve your brain function is to use it and keep it engaged. Keeping your brain engaged can help with improvement of your memory and prevent brain degeneration. All right, studies have shown that appropriate stimulation can help counteract brain degeneration. What do you guys like to do when you stimulate your brain? Do you like to do puzzles? Do you like to do Sudoku? I really like to do Sudoku. It really stimulates the brain. And it's one of the simplest ways to boost your brain function is to learn new things. I know Dr. Lam always loves to learn new things and teach about it, and I'm sure we will hear more about it. But keeping your brain active will help with the neuroplasticity and the engagement in your brain. So whether it's visiting new places, playing musical instruments, comment down below and see what you like to tell us what you like to do, whether it's a new thing or something that you are currently doing to boost your brain.
Yeah, in fact, in adrenal fatigue, one of the most frequent complaints that we see is presence of brain fog. Something is almost as if it's so easy to recollect, but yet it is not within reach. And this oftentimes is a sign of early cognitive impairment caused by inflammation or temperature dysregulation or carbon dioxide imbalances in the brain. All of these can be modulated to a certain degree with healthy adrenals and a healthy brain function.
So we hope you learned something about brain function and menopause. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button down below so you can stay up to date on our videos whenever we do release a new video. And if you're experiencing brain fog or cognitive difficulties, let us know how we can help you in the comments down below. We hope to empower you on this journey.